Hey, what's up, guys? I had a YouTuber by the name of Bushmaster Wasser ask if I could talk about a 1911 that has a rail that's under $1,200 and a really nice 1911. This is my SIG. I don't remember the model name, but it's just one of their basic 1911s. It has a nitron finish and it comes with the rail. And I believe I paid $900 for this gun, and I think it was well worth it. Out of all my 1911s, this one has the smoothest slide. It just feels like glass. The trigger, I think that SIG 1911s have the best trigger, for a production gun. And the Kimbers, they come with the plastic mainspring house. SIG comes with metal. And I was looking at a Kimber that was just like this. It was $1,000, and I went with the SIG because I thought it was a better 1911. Now I happen to know for a fact that SIG is stepping up their game with their 1911s, and they want to compete with Kimber. If you pay attention to your NRA magazines or any other gun magazines, you'll notice that Kimber pays a lot of money for advertisements. And if you look through the magazines, you'll most likely find at least one page about SIG 1911s. I also had a friend who went out to a gun site in Arizona, and he said, I can't remember what her title was, but it was a lady who worked at Kimber. She was there to observe the Kimber 1911s that were being used, and she wasn't happy with what she saw. I guess there were a lot of the Kimbers were having problems, and they said the whole time she was on the phone yelling at people at her office. So Kimbers definitely make nice 1911s, but they're just not for me. I would rather a SIG any day. Some of you guys might be Kimber fanboys, but whatever floats your boat. We're all different. You guys might think Kimbers are better than SIGs, and no 1911, no gun company is perfect. Everybody's going to have a flawed gun, and I've always said the only thing that matters is how the company treats you. Now, I really don't know too much about Kimber's customer service. I know SIG, they can kind of be a pain in the ass, but they're really not that bad. I've dealt with SIG's customer service once before, and from my experience, the first guy I spoke with, he was lazy, he didn't really want to help me. So I just hung up, called right back, and luckily I had somebody else on the phone who was much better to deal with. And the problem I was having, it was with a SIG P220 Sport. It was a German-made SIG. It was 100% made in Germany, and they put the wrong trigger on the gun. I know this because I was researching the model in a SIG form, and almost everybody had the same problem. So that's the only experience I have with SIG's customer service. But for $8.99, this is a great deal. And if you don't really like the looks of this one, they have a lot of 1911s. That's because they're competing with Kimber. And the looks of the SIG, they're a little bit more boxy than a regular 1911. It's like more squared. For comparison, I have my Ed Brown Special Forces. And you could tell that, it's squared, and some people may not like that. I think it looks cool. One of the reasons I got this 1911 was because I just thought it looked awesome. I wanted a 1911 with a rail in case I decide to put a light on this. I was thinking this might be my home defense gun. But right now what I use for my nightstand gun is my Colt Anaconda. Oh. And I load this with 44 specials, and that's more than enough power to stop a bad guy breaking into your house. But if I get a light for this, I'll probably make this my nightstand gun. Excuse me. And so I hope this was of some help. I'm not the best when it comes to reviewing guns. All I could do is just give you my opinion. And if you're in the mood for something different, you don't want something that looks like a standard GI 1911, these SIGs really come with a lot of bells and whistles for a pretty fair price. And I'm not sure exactly how many models of 1911 SIG has right now, but they have a whole bunch. So if you're thinking about getting a 1911, You want something that's really good, reliable, high quality. These SIGs will do the trick. But keep in mind that, you know, no 1911 is perfect. Anything that is mechanical will eventually break, depending on how often you use it. So I don't know. I hope this was of some help, and I'll see you guys later. I'll try to get a YouTuber mentioned I should buy a pro cam, the that camera that straps onto your head. That's actually a really good idea, because if I want to do shooting videos, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. I'm gonna have to find somebody who will come with me to film me. But if I get the pro cam, I can just strap it on my head and just shoot away. So I'm gonna look into that. Also, I was thinking about trading my Ed Brown Special Forces for either a Wilson or a Nighthawk, but luckily I think I have a job lined up where I'll be making some pretty good money, and I won't need to trade off any more guns. The only reason I've been trading guns recently is because I'm low on money and I have to do what I have to do. But I have a pretty promising job lined up. I hope everything works out, and then I could start buying guns again. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you guys later.